and welcome, beautiful charms of the Secret Code and the Money Magnet Boot Camp. First of all, just let me say, y'all are radiating. I can feel. Look at Leah giving me face, giving me face. Y'all are so beautiful. And I'm so glad that you're here with me live for the final session of this particular money boot camp. And ladies, today, I have to say, I have just been so impressed with what has happened. Leah was so correct. This group has just blown me away. And things were different, as Takia can tell you. We did all the lives in the first boot camp inside the group, which is a little different. Now I know, I learned some things too. What works, what didn't work, what needed to change. And honestly, it's just been so much fun watching and seeing everybody just come up with everything from bread to even our family members. Takia's sister manifested a 40 gig job. Who does that? And so everybody's just been coming up with business ideas, manifesting miracles and magic, you name it. All kinds of amazing things have been happening throughout this program, and I am so excited. I consider myself extremely blessed to have manifested each and every woman, live or on the replay, if they in the group, in the Secret Code. It's just a blessing to know you. And so the first thing I want to say is that I know for a fact that this program is magical, because it really did wonders for me as well. I even posted in the group while I was going through my program with my coach. I manifested a $12,000 contract. And then like a week, almost 2 weeks into our program, manifested another 2 contracts, and got a text message from the young lady. She and I have always done work together. And she's like, okay, I'm finalizing the contract with the school district, and I'll give you a heads up when we're done. So, folks, this month, working with you ladies has actually been one of my biggest months online. And seeing what you've done, I've loved every second of it. I even had a chance to go on a little mini vacation. I did some things to shore up my health. And I've had some people to come to the community out of the woodworks that I didn't even know, like Jules. I saw Jules online, and I never thought I'd get Miss Leah in my group. We were friends. It's one thing to, have a friend on the Book of Faces, but another one to trust you, right, enough, because this is a pretty big deal, to trust you enough to give you their investment and say, hey, grow me, help me. And that's pretty huge. Takia the same way. She came back for the second round. She was like, all right, let's see if you can do this again. And so I want you to know that I appreciate that. I really do. You ladies have fueled me so much. And I love the work that I do, this work that we do, every single piece of it, the relationships I've built over the last month or so. And y'all, I did it in the last couple of months without a sales funnel, without a website, without any bells and whistles, just impact, influence, and the belief that it was possible. So if you ever thought that, I don't have enough to start up, I don't have enough to run this business, I've got to do like everybody else, I've got to get me a lead page, I got to get Kajabi. I got rid of Kajabi. I got to run ads. I tried that, been there, done that. What didn't work? And ads are great. And mind you, my first coach, she was purely organic reach. But I can tell you, if that's ever been a concern for yours, you can dismiss it. because you know from this point on that you can consistently show up for a program, show up for yourself without any excuses, and there is nothing that stands between you and the love of the universe, and there's nothing that you can't do. And so the goal for this program was for you to see it for yourself. And even not, and this is for ladies who might still be on the fence, like, I'm not really sure. Even the program is for you, even if you saw it in someone else, and at least in the other ladies. And if you didn't expect it for yourself, know that it's possible, because people that you know that you can virtually touch, they did it and they got results. And so I was super shocked that this group literally exceeded the expectations. Because even when you have a program, ladies, you know, when you put something out, you're very sensitive. You're like, okay, Lord, I'm gonna do it, but I want you to touch it real good. And things that women were getting, like Leah winning an all expense paid, and you correct me if I'm wrong, an all expense paid 3-day trip. I put my hey Krista, put my comments up so I can see. Yeah, manifested that right off the bat. It's crazy stuff. People like Jules have made the most amazing leaps in their mindset. And Takia and Krista, who had a foundation but was like, I'm reaching for more, because I love what I'm doing, but I'm reaching for more. Amazing things have happened. And we, as a group, ladies, have manifested, me including, manifested well over 20 grand. And y'all, that is give yourselves a pat on the back. Thank you, Krista. Y'all, that is just the tip of the iceberg. That was what we counted. That does not even include the people in Ireland that may be reaching out to Jules, or like Takia in the first round. Somebody asked her to do some graphic designing work, and she wasn't even marketing herself as that. So people will begin to reach out to you and ask you to do stuff, and they don't even know that you do it. So ladies, and Krista, for all of the things that she knows now as a result of being in that program, that was everything. That was so beautiful. Counting the manifestations, I was just blown away. And I know that some of you haven't posted everything, but ladies who are on the replay, I know you hadn't posted all your wins, and that's cool. I didn't post all my wins, but know that it's there for you to post, because we're going to talk a little bit about how we maintain this. And I know for some of you might be thinking, I didn't post this, or I should have posted this, or I didn't post everything. But what you have done has been incredible. And I'm just really, again, impressed with so much that has come out of this group. And I want to tell you a little bit about how I live in celebrations and how you can too. And so this is how I look at this program and any other program that I've been in. And I hope that you can do the same thing. I hope that this inspires you to do more things that support you in your spiritual and your professional, personal growth. And there are a lot of amazing programs out there. And there's some that are not so amazing. But the bottom line is, if I can take away one thing from every program that I have been in, one thing that I can take that will change me, grow me, evolve me as a person, then to me, it was worth it. And if you can get one thing out of any of the trainings, or one thing out of every training, just one thing that you can do in every one of the trainings that we've had, and then you can walk away and say that, you know what, this is one thing that I'm going to do, and I'm going to practice it with fidelity, with consistently, and I'm going to keep working that thing or replacing those thoughts until I get a result. That is the decision I made when I came online to grow my business. I was like, I'm just going to try this one thing. They said go live, I'm going to go live. And I'm going to keep working it. And I did for a year until I get a result. And that's the kind of thing that you must tell yourself once you leave this program. I'm going to choose one thing and I'm going to keep working that thing until I get a result, because I'm not a waster of money. When I invest something, I don't waste my money. So when you leave here, there will be times when you get stressed and you may forget some of the things that you learn, and you'll notice that there are so many things that you have said that you were going to do, and then life will do what? Life will get in the way, and you get stressed, and you'll want to choke your husband, Jules, and you'll completely, Leah, want to choke your baby and forget about everything. Like, for example, when Leah and her mom couldn't meet, she forgot to post about the new clients. I was like, Leah, you got some new folks that weekend. So there'll be times like that. And there were so many other things that you manifested, just a greater belief in yourself, Takia. And some of the things that Kristen says she knows now. Again, Takia celebrated her sister manifesting a 40K job. Jaybird, oh my gosh, she manifested $1,500 signing bonus on the spot. She got her old job back. They gave her a territory in Atlanta. Now that's huge. We know how huge Atlanta is. That's right, residual stuff from our old thinking, yes. So not only did they give her a territory, but they gave her 2 commissions, if I recall, on all of her future sales with her team. So that's why we can't even put a cap on the things that we manifested during this season. And that's also good for you to note that any moment, that's all it is a snapshot, y'all. It is no indicator. Everything that you have right now can be changed tomorrow or now, because tomorrow never comes. But in this moment, nothing in the past has to stick. The past does not define you. I'm sure you've heard us all say that. But that's what exponential is. Growing your opportunity and your opportunities to make the mind shift. Everybody was seeing angel numbers. Takia now has a newfound love and a seeking for angel numbers. I didn't even know what that means. Let me look it up. And I love that. She took the initiative to look things up. Ladies, that's what it's all about. That's what leading is. As a coach, I can only train you and coach you rather on my experience. But I hope through this approach, you know what? If I feel a leading, if I hear that little small voice, I'm just going to go with it. Because it didn't just come out of the blue. When the idea comes, y'all, the work has already been done. That's the beautiful part about our guide. When the inspiration comes to you, that is first of all, any idea is a manifestation. It came as a result of you wanting and desiring something. So when the inspiration comes, take the inspired action, because you know that came as a result of you desiring something. And to know that the idea came, that means the work has already been done. So I have to be sensitive. I have to be aware of the leading and follow my bliss. Let's see what we have. My friend from Ireland gets to open a new pop-up clinic in Belfast after our interview. Awesome! Manifest awesomeness. Forgot to tell you all. Yes, posted love. Manifested food. Honey, we manifest some food in the secret. Oh, honey, I manifested after we finished working at Tuglu on Friday. Went to Olive Garden, bread and pasta galore. This says me too. I see them all the time now, just like butterflies. Y'all, I'm so glad you mentioned the butterflies. I took a picture. I didn't even post it. I took a picture of a butterfly landing on my finger. I knew to do that because we had raised butterflies before, and I just, make some little sugar water. They'll come to sugar water. You dip your finger in the sugar water, they'll come straight to you. We had to grab it. But I've seen so many beautiful butterflies. Yes, Krista, thank you for reminding me that. Takia says she got a free Rita's Italian ice today. And Jules says, yes, I see them all the time. Y'all, let that be also a signal to you that now that you're attuned to the angel numbers, because the number's been there since the beginning of time, right? But now you're aware. And it will work just like that for things that you desire. Put a picture of it. Look at it every day. Or write it in your journal. Take 68 seconds and talk to yourself out loud about all the wonderful things about whatever that thing is. Get yourself excited. How would you feel if you had everything you desired right now? All right? And just like the butterflies and just like the angel numbers, you'll see it. It means transformation, yes. Morphing, new birth, rebirth, change, absolutely. And so you've been seeing it all through this period, the angel numbers. We even had Anna Marie, who started just, all she did was attend the Dean Graziosi training, and the next thing you know, she manifested $11,000 off that course. I believe that's how much it was. So a whole bunch of great things have been happening. So if you could just be grateful for the little things, all of a sudden the big things will start to happen. And that is when relationships and income become exponential. So even though this was a program focused on money, guess what? We improved our relationships, the atmosphere, right? Changes in our home. Even my husband and I, we had gotten lax about meeting because we had started doing that at the beginning in our business. Guess what? Last month or so, we've been talking more, sitting at the table. Honey, we need to get together more often. I was like, Jules and her husband, they having fun. We need to get back to the dinner table. So, you now can start believing that things can come out of nowhere. When you look outside after this training, look in the morning, notice the space. There's a whole lot of space. Would you agree with that? There's a whole lot of space where things are not. We see trees, we see land, we see houses, we see fences, animals, playing equipment. But it's the spaces in between where things can be created, things that you hadn't even considered before. So that's why it's upon us, ladies, to continue this journey. This is a commencement. And when you're not expecting it, things can change entirely. Jules was not expecting for her husband and herself to sit at a table and send him off with a smile on his face to work, leaving her. So if nothing else, this program hopefully helped you get a kick in the right direction. So let's talk about the celebration, because that is what keeps the kicking going. When something amazing happened to you, where do you even celebrate? I mean, before now, where did you celebrate? Let me know in the comments. Where did you celebrate? If you celebrated, but when you did, what did you do? Where did you do it? How did you do it? I do a happy dance right where I am. Did you celebrate before this program? With food? No, Drew said. I just told my kids, yeah, in private. In private. Because this is one of the things that really blows me away is like, where do you tell? I mean, how can you even tell, someone, you know what, this group I was in, we manifested $20,000, or I got weekends, I got clients like every weekend that I was in this program. My bank account has not been in a negative since I've been in this program. Who do you tell that would appreciate that? Krista says, by myself. I manifested $7 at the grocery store and did a dance right there. I bet you did. I can see that. That's influence. Oh, y'all can't take the influence out of Jules now, y'all. So she's an influencer now. So, I mean, normally we do keep it to ourselves, Krista. And the beautiful part is actually being in your greatness. The beautiful part is that we did have the group. We had a community.
Yep.
And the reason that we don't have that kind of support is why many women entrepreneurs play small in life. I mean, wouldn't that make sense? Okay, so I got a customer. Your husband like, you've been in the business 6 months. Where the money at? He ain't really trying to appreciate that you had to step all the way out your comfort zone. I do Julie's happy dance. Everybody do Julie's happy dance. Yes, Takia. Because we normally celebrate with the people around us. And to go beyond that, we're often alone in our success a lot of times. So when you do find a tribe, ladies, that you can go to and say, oh my gosh, this shit just went down. To me, that feels so good. And I'm so grateful for me and for all of you that we've had this community, had this tribe. That it was called the Money Magnet Program. And it was called that for a reason, because we can now celebrate so many things that we've attracted, that we've magnetized to us. There's so many things that we can be grateful for. This program was particularly about money. And it was important that we kept it aligned with money. But still, we did manifest some magical things. Jules got some more connections. Ladies, all of you have attracted some more women on Facebook. And what do we have here? Yes, it was great to have people who want to see you. It's great for people to see you win and you not feel like I'm bragging or I'm boasting. So it helps you. Let me just say, I'm going to say this about Jules. And I hope you don't mind me saying it. But I remember Jules on my lives, and she had so many questions. She was like, I'm doing it wrong. I'm doing it wrong. I'm doing it wrong. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. And I don't know when the shift came, Jules, but I saw it. And it was so beautiful. Continue, ladies, to support yourself and understand that this is a season 2. Know that should you ever have to leave, go find a tribe that supports you. This is a baseline for you. If it doesn't feel like this, that ain't your tribe. Because there are women who will support you. None of you knew each other before this group. Am I right? Yes, hashtag arms. Yes, find a tribe. So, I know I did a post on this last week about money helping you to buy happiness. It doesn't buy happiness, and it doesn't, but it also allows one of the most stressful things in the world. Well, it is one of the stressful things in the world to not have it. And when you don't have money, ladies, drop yes in the comments if you agree with this statement. Then when you don't have the money, it's hard to dream. It's hard to see yourself in a different place, right? Jules says yes. The kid says other people don't understand. You nuts. And so use this particular group, as I hope you have been, as an incubator. I mentioned that in the first training, as an incubator as to, sometimes we have to get in the silo and get all loved up on for us to feel like we can go say some shit, all right, that we really feel and really mean. Because day in and day out, people are barely surviving. And when you barely survive, you don't dream. You're trying to figure out how to make ends meet. So in this program, this was all about you being able to dream and believe that your dreams are possible. And some of you, in the program, maybe not here live, maybe on the replay. The hardest times or hardest thing sometimes is trying to get connected to money when you're not a money person. If you were in the past a person like, well, no, I'm good. No, I won't take that. Then that may have been a difficult transition in the beginning. And if it doesn't, being a money person doesn't really resonate with you, because money resonated with me, you know, I've always just like, okay, where the money at? I'm making, you know, the money, so where the money at? If it doesn't, put on your music, get yourself in a high vibration. David and I, when we had our finance meeting today, we put the music on. Y'all, put the music on when you are having your finance meeting with yourself, paying your bills, put the music on. I promise you. Put it on if you got to play a whole song before you get to that to those bills. Get yourself vibrationally in a good place before you do anything with money. All right, y'all commit to that. So at this time, I would love to get some final shares. And let's start with Krista. Krista, yay, I voluntold you. So unmute yourself, Krista, and let's see, share what you like. If you don't have to share long, you don't have to share at all, but we would love to invite you to share.
I love this. It's hard to put into words, really, but totally, I've always practiced, you know, that way of thinking, how you need to change the way you're thinking when it comes to like money and stuff. And the hard part, like, is getting the other half to be on the same page. When you were talking about life, so I signed up for your course, and then I decided in January to, not January, but this month, September, to start another business, still have my one business, plus teach my fitness classes. And we are now in the process of moving my mom and dad down here from Atlanta. So we're going up to Atlanta on Thursday, packing them up and bringing them down. We're handling all the stuff, getting everything ready. And like right now, money coming out of our pockets, taking care of them, securing them in a house 2 doors down. And as you know, I take care of my granddaughter all the time too. And so I'm like, yeah, happy dancing all the time. I'm like, margaritas might be in the future all the time. I know it's a good thing because every time one of them gets sick, it's that trip back up to Atlanta. Even though my sister's only an hour away, it ends up being on me to do everything. And I'm like, you know what? They just need to be closer. Mama won't have so much anxiety if she's able to be with me more. And so just totally started going, okay, we're in the middle of remodeling our house. It's old, it needs love. And the hurricane last year like did some damage. And so we're in the middle of all of that. So lots of life stuff going on, and just saying, okay, relax about it. When you said circulating made so much sense to me. It totally changed my perception. And I said, okay, I got this. I've always understood what we got going on, how it's doing this, but knowing all that other stuff that's going on right now, you know, it's real easy for you to go, can we do all this? Are we going to make it? You know, knowing that they're not going to be able to pay anything back. And we've known that for years with all the stuff that we've been doing, and just going, God, I know the blessings are coming from you. It's going to be okay. You got our backs. this is a good thing, and just learning to trust and just taking that shift and saying, okay, I know what I know, and I know what I can do, and I know I'm growing, and it's going to be okay. And just to relax.
That is powerful. That last phrase, know that I'm going to be okay.
Yep.
Ladies, just know that you have to know. And you have to practice it, right?
Yep.
You have to practice the knowing. Like,
yep.
I don't care what this, if the sun doesn't get up in the morning, I'm going to be okay.
That's right.
I'm going to be okay. I love that, Krista. So powerful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. So, Takia, would you like to share? You don't have to.
I will. So first, Krista, oh my gosh, that whole know that it's gonna be okay. My pastor preached about that today. So this group has just been so much confirmation with everything in my life. I love this group. I was telling my husband the other day, because he was like, what is this PayPal thing, $7 every week? And I was like, listen, that's the secret code. I don't care if nothing else gets paid. That is the secret code. I feel like I have to stay connected to you. I really feel like I have to stay connected to you, because your energy, oh my gosh, is so contagious, and I love it. I love it. But so y'all know I can manifest me some food. Okay, that's just if I don't know anything else, I know I'm gonna eat. I know my kids go. I know my family is gonna eat. I do know that. And just being in this challenge, and especially seeing other people manifesting things, and every time I post how much food I manifest, Jules will come back and say, "You are a money magnet." And I keep reminding myself, because we naturally have that compare item in us. And at first I was like, man, everybody else is manifesting these dollars. I love food. That's great. But can I manifest some dollars? And then the other day, when something, Jules was like, you are a money magnet, girl. And I was like, yes, because every dollar saved is a dollar earned. And I have been manifesting money in the form of food, because otherwise I would be circulating money outside my house to these other places. But I've just, over this last month, I've seen my money work in so many different ways, and my attitude has been so much better. And y'all, I'm a happiness coach, but sometimes I struggle with the happiness. And just this last month, because I know that I have so much support, and I know I'm not the only one working so hard to stay happy and do the happy dance whenever, and I have everybody else doing the happy dance. Every time y'all have a story in the group, I share it with my husband, I share it with my kids. Now, the whole house is getting on board, and I'm not in this by myself, So I really, really, really just, I love and I appreciate this group. Also, the connections in this group. I knew Nikisha, but I didn't know anybody else in this group. And Jules watched one of my lives, and I think she shared it or something, and somebody she knows tagged like 3 people in there. And now it's like, oh my gosh, I'm meeting all these people. And I had been struggling with networking with people because I don't like prospecting. And she's the lady that Jules tagged, she tagged like 3 other homeschool people. I'm like, oh my gosh. And now one of those women started watching my lives, and she's invited me to be a guest speaker in her group every week, every Friday. So she got me on her little leader thing and everything. I was like, oh my God. Listen, and who knows where that's going to go. And Jules introduced me to Fallon with the Mermaid Cove and everything, with this live challenge. And it's over 1,000 people in that group. So I know this is about to be crazy. I've been doing lives for 2 years, but I just know because of the vibration I'm on right now, because I've been connected with y'all like this, that this next 30 days is going to be bananas. I'm already expecting it, and I'm ready. I'm excited like for every day, and
that
loving
is
it.
so awesome, Takia. So many things you said were so powerful, especially the part where Jules' friends tagged other people. Folks, we shared that in the earlier training. We attract the people. The people have the money. And I'm glad you make that shift about the food. It's just energy too. It's just energy too, which means that I know that I can attract things. Now, it hones it in for you because now you can be like, okay, so I can narrow down how I'm feeling. Just get feeling better about money because I know I can attract things because I'm attracting some food. So what thought am I thinking that's repelling the money? And sometimes it doesn't pop up to you, but the more you engage yourself in growing and reading and listening, guess what? It'll come to you. Oh, I feel a certain way. Sometimes what I used to do was look at go to, I love The Secret. They have a page, or go to somebody like Gabby Bernstein or Abraham Hicks. Read some of like the affirmations or posts and ask yourself on a scale of 0 to 10, how do I resonate with that? 10, that makes me feel a little uncomfortable. I can't totally agree with that. Like, I am wealthy. On a scale of 0 to 10, really, how much do I believe that? And then if you're like a 4, then okay, what I need to do things that make me conscious of the fact that I am wealthy. And wealthy people pay for them to get food too now.
Yeah.
That's the wonderful thing about wealthy people. They don't have a problem receiving, and they don't have a problem getting and attracting. I think that's powerful, Takia. Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And one last thing.
Yes.
The other thing I love about this community, I have gone to the Millionaire Mind Summit probably 3 times.
Yeah.
And it's great doing it that weekend. And I've done like the next level of it and everything. It's great. Mm-hmm. But when it's over,
yes,
I have always had a hard time continuing the feeling of being at that live event. Yes. And being a part of this community, it's like, it's reminding me of the things that I learned there, added to it immensely.
Yes.
And just brought it on home. And it's like, oh my gosh, like adding what I learned there to everything that you're teaching now, yes. It's like, yes. Like, I don't even have the words. Everything just lines right up so perfectly.
Yes. That is so amazing. Thank you so much, Takia. And Takia and Krista hit on a very good point. It's all about consciousness. When you're waiting, be happy while you're waiting. Postulate it and forget about it. If it's still, because we're all, y'all, your relationship with money is like any other relationship you got. Right? It's going to go, you're going to have ebbs and flows because it's circulating, right? You're going to have days when you like, golly, this stuff was working for me last week. What happened? Don't do that. Just know this is circulation. This is season. God is working on it. The universe is preparing it. He's getting it all together, right? When you're preparing something for your kids, you want it just right. And if they were at your heels, like, Mama, when my birthday party, when my birthday party, okay? So at this time, I'm going to ask Jules or Leah to share. Leah, go first.
Okay. I'm going to try not to cough. Okay. So I came to Nikisha because I felt like I was doing pretty well at most areas of my life, but money was a struggle for me for a long time. And I couldn't figure out what the missing piece was. I felt like I had the meditating and the crystals and all that shit down. But I did not have the money part down. And I learned that it was so much more about money, which was kind of a little kick in the ass a little bit, that it was more about my mind. But it was a realization that I really needed, not only as a person, but to be able to teach my clients. I love the relationships that we had in here. Like Takia said, the energy, learning that manifestation was so much more than just money, that you can manifest, literally just joy, friendships, all kinds of things. And who doesn't love Jules? I mean, she's like a Care Bear, like Sunshine Bear. And there's just so many like great things that we learned from everybody. The decluttering really helped me a lot too. I've done that before, but this time it was different. And it just created a lot of space for a lot of other things to come in. And I find myself just looking for things to get rid of constantly or give away now, which has been awesome too. So I can't thank you enough for doing that. Bye, honey. Have fun. So yeah, that's my story and I'm sticking to it.
Thank you so much, Leah. You have been fantastic and you've shown up for yourself in this program. Amazing. All righty, Miss Jules.
Okay. All right, so I have two big takeaways for me.
Okay.
Both of them are gonna make me cry happy tears, and that's okay, because it's a good thing. We want to celebrate. Okay, so the first thing is I want to start with all of you, because I didn't have hardly any friends in my life, and I sure as hell didn't have anybody rooting for me or cheering me on. So just the fact that I had already put that out there to the universe before we even started the class is huge. Like, it wasn't meant to be 86 people in this class. It was meant to be each one of us right here, right now.
Amen. Yes.
And we were all here for each other. And that has been, I can't even put it into words. I'm sitting here bawling. I can't even describe to you how much it means to me. Each and every one of you has reached out to me. And there's even people I know on the replay that are listening who have friended me, who have encouraged me from the sidelines, all from this Charms Club, from this group of women, which is why I'm staying in. But y'all, it means the world to me. I mean, absolutely. Like, you can't even put a dollar on that. Okay, so then the second one happened this morning. I have a special autistic son who's 12 years old, who has never had a happy day in his life, ever. He told us this. He has counselors, he has therapists, we have teachers that come to the house. This morning, some of the kids were off. Everybody has those days. Sometimes you have to go through stuff, right? He came up to me and he goes, "Mommy, I'm so grateful. I'm so happy." And I was like, "Say what, Ben? What is going on?" He says, "I'm grateful." And he just started blabbering everything that he's heard me talking about. "I'm grateful for my bed, Mommy. I have a bed. I'm grateful for my shoes. I'm grateful for that hot water in there." And he just went on and on and on. And never in my life, so then we did happy dances, and he's been doing it all day long. And this kid, 12 years old, is just now happy for the first time in his life. And I don't know how to, I don't even have the words to share with you guys. I never would have saw that coming. And now he's an inspiration to everybody else in the house. And he's telling his teachers, and he's telling his counselors. And he's been depressed for so long. And this whole mind shift and just that gratefulness and that yeah. So that's my story.
Jules, you top us every time. If that ain't the most magical thing I've heard today, because I know how challenging it can be. Whew, and the lives he's gonna impact. Jules, I love you so much. I just thank you for sharing that and thank you for being a part of the program. You are really an inspiration to all of us. Thank you so much, love. Yes, Jules, that is awesome. Leah's eyes are so beautiful. You know, that was like the first thing I said to her the first time I saw her. I was like, girl, are them your eyes? Those are like real? Beautiful eyes, yes. Make another shift, being open to receiving. That is huge. So, and y'all have, each one of you has said it, that is not just about the money. It's about the experience. About the experiences that are available and that are possible that we didn't even consider. So sometimes that's a hint to us, you know, success leaves clues. That's a hint to us that maybe in order to connect with money, you need to connect money to something, with something that means more than just money. So think about things so what is one thing that you want to create, an opportunity, maybe for your family? Krista is taking in her parents. Maybe it's taking in parents from all over the state, all over the country. Maybe it's getting your folks together for a reunion. Maybe that's something that you would love to use money for. Maybe you want to make sure that your mama turned 66 yesterday. Maybe it's that you don't want your mom to have a single financial stress, worry ever again. Maybe you want to be able to send your clients to the spa, Leah. Takia, maybe it's that you want to begin offering happiness classes, money classes at your church. Maybe you want to send your husband to get a massage every month. So if you find that it's challenging to connect with money, even on a vibrational sense, connect it to something that you desire that's tangible. All right. I love that we're all staying. Yes, we're all staying. I'm gonna stay too, y'all. I'm gonna stay. Yes, maybe you want to have, here it is, Thanksgiving is here, Christmas. Maybe you want to host the family get together and you just want people to come because you're going to cater everything. Right? Keisha, will you take a group picture of us before the end of the Oh, are you right? Yes, I sure will, Leah. I sure will. Because what we're going for, ladies, is a life with zero limits. Right? A life where we don't have to eat. Money is not a consideration. Leah has a son that is growing older. She'll probably have the first son to graduate from high school of this group, right? Maybe she want to just throw him a kick-ass graduation party, send him off to travel to Barcelona for a year and let him decide what he wants to do before college. Who knows? But every time you begin to walk from this point on, there's a reason that my coach, and I asked y'all to dress up, because ladies, you have experienced this even when you've been ill. You say, okay, I'm gonna get out the bed. It's day 2 of it. I can't stay in the bed. I'm just gonna dress up. And how much better you start feeling just getting out of the bed, dressing up. And you've seen that post that has gone viral for years. Get up, wake up, get up, dress up. Right? So now you can begin to feel like walking in your authority. Every time you walk around, I want you to feel like you're a movie star. It is something in my eye. So think about the things that you would want to do if you were a movie star, not just about the monies and the numbers, the money and the numbers in your bank account. It's so much more than that. But sometimes we get caught up with that. And a lot of us had money blueprints that are tied to what our parents would say to us. Like, we don't need that. We don't need to go there. We don't need that. You don't need that. You don't need that. We don't need that. Then we start our own money blueprint where we only care about having just as much as we need, right? I tell ladies to put on the pearls every day because every day is a special day. Absolutely. I'm not a big makeup person. I'll put a little, blush on. But let me tell you, when I walk out, I'm going to have that mascara on and some lipstick. Just feel, what does it take to know yourself enough to know what it takes to make you feel good and to get yourself there, right? Because if we don't, we will stop dreaming. Because we want to get to that place where money is not an option. So, not just to brag, but to be a light for people to know that it is possible, that you can up level. And, here we have Jules here saying that the game has been changed in my house. Crystal's family dynamic is about to change. So how powerful, how appropriate now that she's getting herself ready. And ladies, that's what we have to do. We know we have the power. And in order for our situation to change, it starts with us. We can't wait on our spouses. We can't wait on the kids. We can't wait to get ready. If you move, everything else shifts. That's just how powerful you are. Y'all don't want me to do the hand motion again about how powerful y'all are, do you? No, you don't want me to do the hand thing. Yes. Okay. So I hope moving forward, maybe not fully, because again, this is a relationship that you have that takes growth, it takes working on, but you will get to the point where every consideration is not whether you can afford it, but how can I afford it, as Jim Rohn says, that there are no limits. But I'm just excited about the life that you're going to be living forward. And I'm so glad that you will be continuing. And you know how big it is that in this program, we learn that money is just energy, but it's an exchange of energy. Takia just learned that, so energy is limitless, which means your energy, which means you're limitless. So you have exponential, never-ending energy to do whatever you want in your lifetime. So get excited about what's to come, about what you could do, the more you can do, and fear less. The fear is going to be there, but if you starve it by building and boasting on your dreams and taking that 68 seconds just to focus, intent focus for 68 seconds, Abraham Hicks says, will change your life. And I know because I've done that. So you're going to take whatever you learned over this month. And some of you may have learned something about yourself, about how you want to show up in any other program, how you want to show up in life. You remember the first thing that I shared with you was one thing I learned from my coach chewing me out on the second round of our coaching program. Is the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. And ladies, y'all showed up, right? So this was an incubator for how you can show up. I know that I can show up for myself because I showed up for this program. I watched the replays. I took the notes. I showed up live. I did the homework. I watched them multiple times. This worked for me. This is how I now know how I need to show up in my life. And some of you may have been like, well, you know what? I wonder if, you know, what my results would have been had I just shown 100%. If I've seen what other people have done, I've seen what they have accomplished, and I was like, whoa, what if I had shown up for myself? What if I had done that for myself? What would have happened for me? And ladies, even you leaving this program, you're going to have some intentions, how you want to actually show up for things in the future, how you want to show up for the next month in the community, how you want to show up if you decide to do stay beyond November for the new program. This is where you can learn it. So you learned what if it worked? What if you ask yourself, I hope, and you continue to ask yourself, what if? What if I go all in? What am I going to find out about myself? And so I had a similar scenario, I guess, like to Kia's. I've shown up for programs, y'all, too, and I've invested in them, purchased them, and been like, got back home, and I had my book full of notes, and I'd be like, okay, so what now? I don't even remember what they said. I forgot how I felt. So this is just like another program, another thing of notes. Even I learned from this particular program. I learned to love on people more. I learned from those programs that I went to how to not treat people. I learned how easy it is for someone to invest, that was my experience, a whole bunch of money, and then feel like I got screwed. I've been there, done that. I knew that when I started this program, I didn't want anybody to feel that way. I remember buying to Kia this program, and they were doing this seminar, and I liked the delivery, I should say, of this particular woman, but when we got down to it, guess what? It was so disconnected, so disjointed. She had other people doing the trainings. It was all over the place. Other people's teachings. I don't know if it was hers or not. They didn't have the talent to deliver. And there were people there, but there was, I don't even know if I may have thought, who can I get my money back? But this is the thing. Like I mentioned before, for this program and any other program, if you can just get one thing and implement it with fidelity, that's one of my favorite words. Can y'all just put hashtag fidelity in the comments? One of the biggest things that I've learned from those programs and from this one is that if people don't like how they feel when they work with you, they will never work with you again. So it matters how you make people feel, all right? Remember, we're always attracting people and their power and their money. So when you make people feel good, they will stay. It's really simple. It's like that in a marriage. That's why people, it might be money and it might be all these other issues, but at some point people stop feeling good around each other, right? Implement one thing. And during my coaches program, first of all, I manifested our program. That was not cash on hand. And then I went on to manifest another $1,500, and then another $12,000 contract. But I got the next two contracts, folks, because between her program and this one, I kept doing it. I kept showing up for myself. I kept celebrating. And so it's important that you just not hear, but that you continue to do, because now you've made the mental shifts. So the doing is appropriate. We can't do before we be. Now you have been. So now It's okay to just do it and be led. This feels good. I'm going to do this. Okay, I did it. I learned it. I didn't like that approach. Right? So take away something that you liked about this approach. You may be doing your own boot camp next month. Who knows? 2 weeks before you got into this program, you didn't even know about it. So think in 2 weeks, something incredible could also be waiting at your doorstep. No, okay, I like this. I like this. I am this. This aligns with me. This doesn't align with me. And one of the things that I highly recommend that you do is just to take some time, really take some time when you walk away from this training tonight and just jot down some things that you really liked and what you would have changed. Now I know, so now I can do it. That's right. You know, what do we say? Once you know who you are, then you can stick the crystals in your bra. All right. So, I realized that I really love the in-person training. I mentioned that before. It was so distant. I can't imagine. It was so different. You know, I learned that I realized that I really like in-person trainings. I used to do everything through live. Never did automated things, but I'm realizing now how impactful it is to see people and how much relationships can be, how much you can bond instead of putting it on a platform or saying, okay, you finish this recording, go to the next one. Now, for those people that do come to the groups, they may be like, I don't know about that group. Well, it'll be there for them to take, but if they really want it live, they'll have to wait for the spring. So I know that the impact of showing up live too. In my coaches program, I was live for every one of her trainings during that Exponential Wealth program. That feels a lot different for me than on the replay, because can I be honest? I did a fourth round of another program, and y'all, it take a lot to do the replay. Can we just be real? Can we just be real? It's tough to do a replay. And in the Exponential Wealth program, her lives were 3 hours long. Wow, is right, Krista. So can you imagine me with my blue squirrel mind trying to sit up and watch somebody 3 hours? I don't want to do nothing for 3 hours, y'all do it. Even if it's great. Right, Jules? Hello? So that was a big difference for me. And y'all know how powerful it is when you can connect with people over live. Each one of you I connected with via a Facebook Live video. I learned I like Zoom trainings. That's how I'm going to do the rest of my programs until something else comes up and I try something new. All right? So the bottom line is, what did I learn? What did I take away? Ask yourself that. Basically, it is this incubation period in itself, you may have realized and learned some things about yourself and how you interact even with other people. And so the exchange with the live video, that really helped. For me, that was something that was big. Let's see what we got now. If I'm watching a replay at night, I know it just won't be making it, and I find myself skipping forward. Oh, I missed something. Now let me go back, right? So my thing has been with programs, how do I help people when they leave the program so that they continue on that? How do I do that in a way that they can integrate what they know? Because it's so easy just to learn, y'all. We all devour podcasts and videos and books and audios, and we know people that do that. I know a lot of people that are really book smart but are getting poor results. It's not changing their life. And that drives me crazy because I was one of those people. I was a personal growth junkie. On my iPhone iBooks, Y'all, I got how many books and PDFs that I done downloaded, emailed to myself, uploaded them in iBooks, hadn't looked back at them, not once. Right? So how do we get people to implement? How do we get people to do it when we're not meeting every 3 or 4 days? What do we do? How do we get people to hear it, take inspired action, continue to stay plugged in? Because the things that we've learned have been different. And when we don't continue, y'all, our growth gets stifled. Zig Ziglar says that it's almost like taking a shower. We have to do it every day. And you don't have to do everything, because my recommendation is you keep it exciting, keep the spice there. And ladies, now that you have done so incredibly well, how different the generation after you is going to be. You learn that your debt is not attached to you. How powerful is that going to be for every subsequent generation? You learn that they're two different beasts, and that when you attach your ability to make money with the money you owe, you're robbing yourself from the potential of earning everything. Debt is completely not related to your earnings. It's not related to your buying. You can buy and have debt. It has nothing to do with your talent. I hope you learned that talent and sales are two different things. You learned that you had a money blueprint, but now it has changed. And you might be saying, well, I've been connecting the two, and they aren't supposed to be connected. And I've been screwing everything up because of one negative belief that pulls all of my other things down the drain. So I'm not going to tangle them up. I'm going to untangle this necklace. I'm going to untangle this talent equating sales. Talent doesn't even equal sales. Talent and sales, sales determines sales. They're totally unrelated. So my goal tonight as we close is to help you really understand and implement and really take to everything that we've learned, bring it into your lives, and to do that thing, not just because you heard it. Now that you know it, it does take practice. Hearing it doesn't mean you know it. You know some things now, but you want to continue to know them, implementing them, living by them. So, as you've shared, I've been so blessed by it. And I'm glad that, well, we're going to do this. Everybody, just give me one nugget that you took away from the content of the program. We'll start with you, Takia. Just one nugget. Say, hey, this is one thing that really resonated with me, and this is one thing I know I'm going to continue to do or think.
Okay. One thing that I know I'm going to continue to do is decluttering to keep the energy flowing. Good. So that's one thing, to just keep the energy flowing.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Leah.
Damn it, Takia. You took mine. No, the decluttering would be one, and the other would be before I pay a bill, just the gratitude for the bill not collector, but gratitude for the bill company, gratitude
yes.
for pay anything or circulate.
Yes. Circulate. I love it. Krista.
Mine is definitely going to be knowing that I don't have to do anything to make it happen. I just have to be.
You just gotta be.
I got it.
I got it. Thank you, Krista and Jules.
The one nugget is gratitude. If you can't do anything else in your life, that gratitude is going to raise your vibration. The universe sees that vibration and it's going to meet you where you are.
Yes. Powerful. And speaking of gratitude, we did this in the Money Manifestation group, and I dropped the ball. I'll just have to say it. I read the magic. I've done the magic 3 times. And anybody who's read it, it's like a 28-day program. So I will start it back up if there is a desire to get it up and running between now and November. All right. Yes. Jules says yes. Krista says yes. Takia says yes. Leah nodding her head. Yeah. Leah, where your band at? Where your goddess band? It was so pretty.
In my head, I had to manifest this shit off.
Yes, honey, if it don't feel right, gotta go. Yes.
It was not in alignment.
It was not in alignment. So, yes, if y'all liked it, I think the gratitude following this, y'all. So it's thankful. Well, girl, we're gonna start it now.
Oh.
Yeah, we're gonna start it. We're gonna start it now. We may start it. Tomorrow is October 1, so we will start it October 1. And we'll do it for the entire month of October, my birthday month. Yes. This is one thing Big says, no way, this is freaking awesome. Yes. All right, so magic really does happen. Thank you, ladies, for sharing that. When you realize you're divinely supported, Krista said it in one of her, it was Krista or Jules when I was reading the I Knows. You are divinely supported, ladies. You don't have to do all the things by yourself. There is actually help. And you know, whatever you want to see, you're going to find it. If you want to see a blessing, things that's happening, because, you know, there are some people that had to move their parents back and take care of them, and it didn't feel like no blessing. But Krista obviously sees it as a blessing. Guess what? Guess what it has to be? It has to be a blessing, right? We just manifested an in-between program. Right, we manifested an in-between program. Yes, girl. I love it, Takia. Yes, if things are stressful, things don't work for you, guess what? But it has to be. Life has to be stressful and it won't work for you. If you see everybody else doing it, yes, comparitis, then guess what? It'll be working for everybody else and not you. If everybody gets the parking spaces and you don't see that y'all, every parking lot I enter, you know what I say? God always gives me the best parts. And I promise you, if I'm not like near the door, I'm right there at it. Because God gives me the best parking spots. When you see angel numbers everywhere and you win things and you manifest things and you feel lucky, and whatever you want to see, you are going to see. And that's just such an important point to take away from the training. When you declare it, then so it is, ladies. It has to be. So what are you declaring? What do you want to be right about, right? Because you will be, as soon as you say it and feel it, you'll be right about it. So start saying the things that support you, then you can be right about those things. Then those things will begin to become your beliefs, because as Abraham Hicks says, a belief is just a thought you keep on thinking, which means that because you can choose your thoughts, not if, because we choose our thoughts, we can choose what we believe, and what we believe has to manifest. Happy days, happy days, happy days. So money magnetism is basically all about your consistency, ladies, from this point on. And I love it that we're going to do the magic. I love it that you're going to continue to manifest and post. It's about how capable you are to not just start and then fall off. The fact is, when you stress, you're going to forget some things. So if you just unplug from this and disappear from it, guess what? It'll be just another thing that you learned, another thing that you did, that you put in your journal, that you journal about, that you celebrated. So celebrate, continue to celebrate in your life, continue to celebrate in the group. If you want to do a challenge with your people, with your own network, if with your coaches network, if you want to celebrate your downline, if you want to do a celebration or challenge in your family with your clients, make celebration a part of your life. Because if you don't keep it active, it will go, ladies. And I'm so glad that we still have time in the group, because you still have a month to continue to do these. So there's still time to watch and to be here and to celebrate the group. It's not closing. To keep this light, to keep your vibration raised, because you are that person now. And it'll be so much easier to attract your ideal person into your life. And that is huge. So when this training is over, of course, you'll have it. The November program will start Thanksgiving, and it will be all about relationships. Relationship with yourself, the relationship with other people, handling your feelings, handling your business. Because a woman that can handle herself can handle everything without losing her cool. Because as we learned in the first or second training, we attract people. So if we attract people and they have the power in the money, then wouldn't it make sense that we know how to deal with the people when we get them? Right? How important is that? Not to get angry or become bitter or upset with your spouse or your kids, even though most times, now that they're getting a little older, I want to choke them out. Can you teach me how to manifest Lenny Kravitz, or is that in the next course? Girl, that's in the next course, girl, because when I look, that's in the next course. Girl, all we got to do is find out where he at. We'll all ride out, and we'll push Leah up there with her American flag on. Girl, when you don't see eye to eye, because guess what? We got to know how to deal with him when we get him. Right? Right, Leah? So I know that shit started hitting the fan when I lost control of myself. That's when things start going haywire in my relationship with my husband, with my kids, with my mama. Oh, I can just tell you the stories, y'all, the shit that went down. And what I've learned since that time is that one of the biggest things that got me off track was that I was not happy, of course, with myself, but I was not happy in those relationships. And if you're not happy in those relationships, like I was not, then you stressed. Your heart hurts. And when your heart hurts, you can't earn money like you want to. All right? You get that hot feeling inside and on your ears, and you get all sweaty and get mad. And it makes things very difficult for you. It makes it difficult to be in a creative mode, to hear the small voice, to know when to take the impulse. All right? As a leader in your life, as a leader in your home, a leader in your business, it'll be difficult to earn money if you're not at peace with yourself. So I don't care who tells you that when you come home, leave your problems at the door. It doesn't work like that. Especially as an entrepreneur. Your business is people. And it's the people in your home. It's all about who you are. So if you are heartbroken, if you angry, if you emotional, if you're not going to show up the same way. So just learning how to show up for yourself and the people that are around you is so important, because that's business. Your business is people. So ladies, I mentioned the program. Now that we've come up with a mini intercession, Takia, doing the magic, for those individuals who you believe would benefit from being in our group, kudos to you that you're hanging out with people like that you would want to bring. Know for them when they sign up, that's why I said, I asked people when I shared it on the live just to private message me, but I'm telling you this for your friends, the early bird special for that program is $222. That's the early bird special. And if they want to get in right now, of course, you know I got a payment plan. They can pay $27.75 a week for 8 weeks to do that program. If they want to do every other week, my other second favorite number, $55.50. Early bird will begin this week, I think, and run through the 1st of November. So of course, if they want to do it in 2 payments, all in all. But the wonderful thing is, and I got this from my coach, that once you're in the program, you're locked in. You don't have to pay the expense because the program will be going up. This particular program won't run again into the spring, and it won't be $222. I would have grown. I would have learned more things that I know, and I will be assessing people for that. So encourage them if they want to get in it now. This would be the perfect time to get in the community, because as a member of the community, you get the programs. So I will let you in on this secret. I am going to run a birthday blitz on October 28th for 48 hours. I will be turning 45, and that's all I'm going to tell you about the blitz. So you can tell them now and they get in, or they can get in my birthday. But after that, as a matter of fact, I just had an idea. The early bird special will start. I'll do the blitz on my birthday, and then I'll probably be closing it right after that. It'll go up to the full price until Thanksgiving. So, and as you know, I don't need a whole bunch of people. I want the right women. Y'all, we got something going on right here. And that's all I'm gonna say. So don't be recommending and referring your ratchet friends, Krista. Them hot mamas who be exercising and twerking. Those we may depend on, how she get down. We'll have to see. But for those of you who do the VIP, you can get all the details for that in the event section, labeled Secret Code Continuation. If you do the VIP, for every friend that you bring on, whatever they pay, the $222 or the $333 or whatever I do on my 45th birthday, you will get 5% commission on that if you're a VIP member. So tell all your friends that. And ladies, that is all I wanted to share. This has been powerful. Y'all have been incredible. Y'all exceeded every expectation I had for this program running like this. Y'all, I prayed for this kind of group. Takia will tell you, and she doesn't even know. Well, she may or may not, but even the vibe and atmosphere in the Secret Code has changed since I got myself together. right? So let that be a lesson to you. You change things.
We've learned that being a group of 115 is very hard to feel connected to a coach.
Yeah, I love small groups too, Leah. I love a smaller group. So secret code will be the hub. I would rather go up on prices as time goes on than increase the number of women. My honestly, 40 to 50 ladies is probably the most for this particular group, right? So wonderful that y'all got in on the ground floor. I love that y'all are my flagship group. And I love everything about you and how you have shown up for yourself. It cannot be understated. So I will be closing this out. All hearts and minds at peace. Awesome. Well, ladies, I am going to stop the recording. It has been my pleasure to work with you on this, our second Money Magnet Boot Camp. I love you to life, and I will see you in the group. Love you. Oh, yeah, the picture. Okay. How can I get close to pop up? Ooh, okay. Okay. I think it's this one. All right. I'm going to try several buttons. I'm on this little new laptop. All right. Several buttons to see if we do this. Okay. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. I think that did it. Let's try it again. Crazy face this time. 1, 2, 3. All right. Awesome. Wonderful, ladies. Thank you so much. And I'll see you in the group.